Thank you for your interest in helping to plan our future transportation system. This effort, known as MULTIPLAN 2040, sets a course of action to meet our transportation needs for the next 25 years. We are just getting started and we are glad you are involved. Transportation affects every aspect of our lives, from our commute to work, to gathering with friends and family, to the cost of our food and other basic needs. You are sending a clear message that you care about our economy and quality of life by participating in this planning effort. Keep in mind that the goal of the long-range plan is to look at the big picture and answer the questions: what do we want from our transportation system over the next 25 years, and how can we get there? The Mississippi Department of Transportation, or MDOT, and the Metropolitan Planning Organization, called MPOs, are working together to address these questions. MDOT is responsible for the state as a whole. The MPOs have the same responsibility for each of their respective urbanized areas. By teaming with the MPOs, we are making better use of limited funds and, more importantly, ensuring that statewide planning efforts work together. We also engage smaller urban and rural area residents and stakeholders. In this way, local needs and requirements are addressed and given due consideration in the statewide planning process. All modes of transportation are considered during the planning process. While each mode is important in itself, how they connect is equally important. Connections from airports and railways to highways and waterports are key to the efficient movement of people and goods. The linking of transportation modes helps make our state more competitive for attracting and keeping quality businesses and jobs. Transportation funding is limited and lags behind our mobility needs. We will ask for your thoughts on this and many other issues throughout the planning process. This is why it is so important that we hear from you. The information you provide about specific transportation needs and concerns will help us plan for the best way to use available dollars. We will be holding several meetings across the state to give you an opportunity to provide your input. The goal of the first round of meetings is to notify you of the planning process and to listen to what you have to say before any plans are developed. The second round of meetings, scheduled for late summer, will be an opportunity for you to review a draft of the long-range transportation plan. This will be the draft that we have developed together. During the second round of meetings, you will have the opportunity to tell us what you think about the plan, ask questions, and make further suggestions. We hope you will choose to remain engaged. Together, we can deliver the very best multimodal transportation system possible, one that will help drive a strong economy and continue to support the high quality of life we enjoy here in Mississippi.
Transportation planning is a technical process as well as a people process. We strive to improve efforts to communicate with and hear from you. Therefore, this online public meeting, along with several meetings across the state, will give you the opportunity to provide your input. The insight you bring to the table is key in developing a clear direction for meeting future transportation needs. The statewide information provided online is identical to the information being offered at the public meetings underway now. Information provided by each of the MPOs will relate specifically to their respective urbanized areas. And just like those who attend the public meetings, you are encouraged to let us know your ideas for the long-range plan. A listing of the public meetings can be found on the topics page. Times, dates, and locations are noted there, and periodic reminders will be sent as meeting dates approach. We hope you will stay connected throughout this year-long process. To make it easier for you to stay in touch and up to date, watch for emails that will come to you from the MississippiTransportationPlan.mindmixer.com site. Other ways to stay connected is to like us on Facebook by searching for Mississippi DOT, or follow us on Twitter at Mississippi DOT. You can always let your voice be heard via email at planning@mdot.ms.gov. For now, sit back and relax as we take you through the long-range transportation planning process and explain how you can help shape our state's future transportation system. Probably the most important concept one needs to understand about long-range transportation planning is that MULTIPLAN 2040 is not a cure-all for our state. It is the process of identifying needs, establishing goals, and planning ways to reach these goals over the next 25 years. MultiPlan is updated every 5 years. We are at the beginning of the update cycle now. Here's how it works. Our long-range planning builds upon data supplied by MDOT, the MPOs, past plans, other transportation studies, and you. We use the information to begin defining our current transportation needs and developing growth forecasts. Then we invite you, the people, to provide additional information that helps complete our understanding. Goals and performance standards are developed for each region. Together, we decide how and where transportation funding should be spent. Next, a draft of Mississippi's long-range transportation plan is developed. It includes short and mid-range planning sections as well as information specific to metropolitan areas, small urban areas, and rural regions. Once the draft plan is completed, we make it available to you for review and comment. This is a key step in the process as your opinion assists us in developing a truly sound, well-rounded plan. MDOT and MPO planners read and carefully consider every comment received. With equal care, they evaluate the impact proposed improvements could have on our environment. Finally, a financial plan is developed to support our long-range transportation plan, and it too is made available for review. The end result is a thorough evaluation of the state's highway and bridge system, aviation, bicycle and pedestrian accommodations, freight rail, passenger rail, bus services, and air and water ports, all with an eye toward our future needs. You may be wondering why long-range transportation planning is needed. MultiPlan provides a framework for developing and putting into place our strategic and financial plans. MultiPlan aids in developing the 5-year statewide Transportation Improvement Program, or STIP. The STIP lists specific projects with identified funding throughout the state and includes projects from MPO Transportation Improvement Programs, or TIP. Another reason we plan is to address the gap between transportation needs and available funding. By planning and setting realistic goals that we develop together, we are able to evaluate and then meet our transportation needs as efficiently as possible. This means considering all viewpoints when developing statewide goals and investing our limited funding wisely. We encourage you to browse through the Long Range Plan website to review plan goals, participate in online activities, and provide feedback. Should you need additional assistance or have questions, email planning@mdot.ms.gov or call 601-359-7685. We look forward to hearing from you, so let your voice be heard.